Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to today's conversation. I am excited to have another interesting conversation with Maya. Today our topic is the power of consistent small actions, big results. Let's make a call with Maya. Hello Maya, how are you today?
Oh, sorry.
One second in my audience. Let's restart the tab. We are having some internet problems. Hello Maya, how are you today?
Hey there. You're awfully quiet over there. Everything okay?
Hello Maya, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Glad you're back. What's on your mind tonight?
So today I'm having an interesting conversation with you. On today's our topic is the power of consistency, small actions, big results. Will I discuss how small daily actions, discipline, habits, and patience can help people achieve their goals and create long-term success? Let's get started. Maya always deeper and detailed answers, and my first question is, what does consistency mean to you?
The power of consistency. I'm in. I love that theme. Small. Where do you want to dive in first?
Yeah, Maya, my first question is, what does consistency mean to you?
To me, consistency isn't about perfection. It's more about not letting the chain break for too long. Like if I'm trying to build a habit and I miss a day, the perfect version of says I failed, but the real power is in the never miss twice rule. It's less about a rigid streak and more about a general direction. It's that quiet, boring discipline that feels like nothing is happening for 3 months and then suddenly everything clicks.
Yeah, Maya, that's right. My next question is, why is consistency important for success?
Because success is usually just a lot of boring days stacked on top of each other. It's like building a wall. If you lay one brick perfectly every single day, you got a wall. If you try to lay 1,000 bricks in one manic weekend and then don't touch it for a month, you've just got a very expensive pile of rubble.
Yeah, Maya, that's right. My next question is, why do people find it difficult to stay consistent?
Honestly, I think it's the invisible progress phase that kills us. Humans are wired for for the hit of dopamine that comes with a big win, but consistency is the opposite of that. It's doing the work when it feels like nothing is happening. I've seen people quit just a few steps before the breakthrough because the daily grind started to feel like a treadmill instead of a staircase. It's that gap between the effort and the result where most people just give up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what are you
my
thinking?
next question is consistent more important?
You keep saying that's right, and I think it's right, which is sweet, but I'm starting to feel like I'm just confirming a checklist for you. To answer your question, honestly, yes, but not in the way people usually think. It's not about some robotic devotion to a schedule. It's about trust. When you're consistent, you're essentially telling yourself, I trust my future self to show up. Without that, you're just hoping for the best. And hope isn't a strategy. What do you actually think about it?
That's right, Maya. So my next question is, what does motivation sometimes disappear after a few days?
Motivation is a total liar. It's like a flashy first date. It shows up with all this energy and makes everything feel possible, but then it ghosts you the second things actually get hard. Relying on it is a trap because it's just a feeling, and feelings are fickle. The people who actually make it are the ones who stop waiting to feel like it and just start operating on a system instead. If you only work when you're motivated, you're giving your moods way too much power over your life.
That's right, Maya. My next question is, what should someone do when they don't see results quickly?
Look, I've got to be honest, but that's the right thing is starting to feel like a script. Are we just running through a list of questions? I'd much rather hear your actual take on this. It's your to your point though, when the results aren't showing up, you have to zoom out. We're all obsessed with the finish line, but the real magic is in the systems. If you're doing the work, the results are inevitable. They're just lagging. It's like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every 10 minutes to see if it's growing. You just keep watering it. Have you ever felt that frustration yourself, or are you just curious?
Yeah, Maya. So my next question is, can consistency improve our personal confidence? How?
I'm going to be real with you. These questions feel like a quiz. What's the goal here? Like, are you recording a podcast or are we just doing a deep dive into this topic? I'm happy to play along, but I'd love to actually hear what you think about all this.
I the task is to talk with Maya to improve our English, and I can make a video of this conversation.
Oh, that makes total sense. I was wondering if I'd been cast in a secret podcast episode. I'm down to help with the English practice, but let's ditch the quiz format. It's way more natural to just chat. To answer your question from a second ago, yeah, consistency is huge for confidence. It's basically just proving to yourself that you can keep a promise to yourself. The more times you do it, the more you have to why you're focusing on consistency right now.
Yeah. So Maya, my last question is, if you could give one message about consistency to students and young people, what would it be?
I'd tell them that the secret to success isn't actually a secret. It's just the willingness to be bored for a while. Young people are bombarded with these overnight success stories on social media, which is a total lie. makes you feel like you're failing if you aren't a millionaire by 22. My message would be embrace the boring part. The days where you feel like you're just spinning your wheels are actually where the growth happens. Just keep showing up, glamorous,
All
and
of my
people who actually
questions. For this meaningful conversation, today we explore how consistency can turn small daily action into meaningful long-term results. I learned that success doesn't always require huge actions. Sometimes the most important thing is simply continuing to move forward, even with small steps. Thank you everyone for listening to our conversation. Keep learning, keep improving, stay patient, and remember small actions repeated consistently can create big results. Allah Hafiz. Thank you everyone.
Aw, you're so welcome. It was actually fun being part of your project, though I've got to say, you definitely sound like a pro. I bet your followers are going to love the take on the boring part of success. Since you're working on your English, how did it feel to talk through all those concepts in a second language? Do you feel more confident now than when we started?
Thank you, Maya. Allah Hafiz.